What's up? Ricky, thank you for the 35 months. Appreciate that. Let's get some music on here. Let's do this one. Okay. So, we got a few tasks today. We'll go on and on until we're done. But also, a lot has changed. We got a lot more cubes now. I don't think I could show all of it without changing this lens, but way more cubes. We got a 5x5, a 2x4, and then off screen you can't see a 3x2 and a 2x2 in the other room. Alright. I have to figure out where everything is. A lot of this is moved. Maybe it's in here. Yep. Is this both? Yes. Okay. So we're gonna do some desoldering. We got a couple of old Philco PCBs, and I just want to get these LEDs off. And maybe we get these LEDs off and then put them into the litster, because I think that's actually still an open item. But also, litster has some other issues as well. The beige Philco also has issues. Let's take a look at that. Yeah. Let's look for them. Litster. There's an F issue. LEDs and then lock into place. I see. So this moves around a little bit. Let's see if there's anything we can do there. Additionally, I think we can take some time to look at the text as well, as we were looking at it from before. Ooh, okay, so I'm now recalling, I think we need like a ratchet set for this, or might want one. This guy is always an interesting one to open just because there's so many screws on this. No, that's not big enough. Any of these fit? Damn, almost. Man, really? I'll be right back. Alright, I'm not sure exactly where my socket wrench is. They moved here? No. Alright. I'll ask when my brother gets back, but what's the best course of action here? Yeah, I came to this stream ill-prepared yet again. Not anything. I wonder what some of these things even are. That's not what I'm looking for. Maybe this. Yes. Okay. I found some stuff here. No, this, I don't even want this. Too big. Wow. Maybe I did need this. Okay, so these are M2.5, which I don't think there is one here of that. I would like to have something like a socket on the other side that could hold the nut in place while I unscrew. My only other option is just kind of hold it with pliers. 1 second. Alright, I'll just use these pliers. Which there's a lot of. Maybe fingers are fine. Also, I never actually tested this, did I? Let's quickly do that. Oh, that F is non-stop, huh? Alright. Pretty immediately. Oh boy, that is something. Couple more. These last two are, these last three, been really tight. Alright. Should be able to, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to remember how this works. Okay, flat. And then we got the hollowed shape. We got the big flat. Ooh, okay. Well. So these three are above. I'll put these on the floor here. And this guy comes all the way around and through. So I'm going to go and unplug this, which is really tight. Oh boy. Perfect. Okay, so one of the things we want to do is figure out how to lock it in place, which after all of this, I still don't know how one would. What I think is currently happening is, yeah, it's just, I think it's just scratching against this. There's no vehicle for this to like lift off of, as far as I can tell. Which I don't even know if the text has. has me a little bit curious how this really works. This is a stock Philco plate. There's 2 feet on this, so it kind of leans back a little bit. The PCB does fit in here. I'm trying to like just understand these measurements. Like, is this supposed to sit on this or fit through it? Kind of looks like it fits through it. So is the whole thing just meant to sit on acrylic? Like where all the pins are soldered sharp? Because this is not nearly enough to come down. It's like almost like... This is not a real plate. I'm just realizing. There's no holes in this for LEDs. I think this might be a quickfire plate now that I'm looking at it. So yeah, we're just kind of doing some discovery right now. Hammer Brother, welcome. We're looking at these old Philcos that have been rehoused. But how's it going? It's good to see you. Jake, welcome. Okay, so Philcos, I don't know if you guys should be, maybe, hopefully familiar with Philco Magistouch. Got some older Philcos that have been taken out of the original plastic cases as you buy, you know, these $150 boards off of Amazon or whatever, used for much cheaper. Oh, okay. Do you know where those, like, the socket wrenches are? It was like in a red.
Oh, it might be inside of there.
Okay, and
yeah, in there or maybe
this one.
No, inside of the thing outside.
Oh, okay.
It might be in there or it might be in here.
Okay, I'll look for it later. It's fine.
Okay.
You about to go out?
No, just one cold.
Oh, she's just cold. Are you going to the gym still? Oh, it's kind of too late, huh?
It's late. And I just finished eating pizza, so finished eating pizza like at 10, so you know.
Alright.
What brand is this?
Oh, Teja Types.
What's that?
He was like an old keyboard influencer.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was a really cool sweater, honestly.
Yeah, I've worn a couple times.
Yeah. It kind of looks like Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Like Switch 1.
Yeah.
Philco the OEM, yes. What case they go into? So this one right here is from Tex. This is like an aluminum case specifically meant for Philco and specifically meant for the OEM plate, which has some bends that are, I guess, you know, they're not really particularly easy to replicate on, you know, flat cut plates. The other one here is a stacked acrylic from a geek user named Litster in the early 2010s. Anyways, I just pulled this one out, so this is going to be a little bit better or more accurate because it has these holes for the LEDs. So yeah, exactly, yeah, 2014 era for sure, yeah. Okay, so yeah, we were doing some exploratory discovery, maybe like 2 weeks back, when we were working on the last Vilco switch tester that went into a beige case. And so one of the things that I find really bizarre here is like how is this really even supposed to work? Like, it's a cool looking case, but I'm realizing now that the construction of it kind of feels like nonsense. I'm not gonna lie, because you have when RMK was under 100,000 people, Hoppy was small. Oh, it was well under that. I don't think it even got to 100,000. Yeah. Yezi, yes, stacked acrylic, yes. So this is a Litster case, stacked acrylic, and yeah, the construction is, so it looks cool. I thought it was like one of the coolest things I'd ever seen in 2013, 2014. But construction wise, it's weird. So let me see. Shit. Okay. Let me show how this works. The bottom stack is a long foot, followed by this sort of outline that is supposed to go above the long foot. And the next layer, the next full layer, is this, but with a cutout here. And what this is meant for is on the PCB, the connector, which is much bigger than a JST connector, it's some other big 5-pin thing, is supposed to sit through there. And I guess there's just a long strip just in case you have the wire routing in some weird way, but it still comes out the middle. So you set it down there, and I mean, like, obviously this is supposed to have a bunch of switches soldered to it, but the thing is, like, if you look at the side profile of this, it's like obviously there's going to be a little space there because the gap between the plate and the PCB for where switches go in is there, but then you solder it on the other side, and then you get like a bunch of pins that come out that are shaped like cones. This thing just sits here. Like, there's nothing for this bent OEM plate to like rest on. It just there's nothing, which is weird. So even if it was soldered, it's like partially. I mean, I guess the connector is sitting through the gap there, but everything else is like contacts sitting on acrylic. Very weird. Where'd you get this? Seems rare. Yeah, the group I was run probably like 2012-ish or so. Around that time, I don't know. This could be looked up somewhat easily. I don't remember. But I ended up getting it maybe like 2014 or 2015 aftermarket, from just some buyer who was selling a full build. And it wasn't too bad. Yeah. So, Yezi, yes, there's a bunch of scratches on this acrylic. It's a bunch right here. Just kind of here throughout, and I'm realizing that now. Now the thing is, with that said, it's like, it's bizarre because I think the fit has to be good, and it kind of is in this, this first layer. Like, it kind of fits perfectly, but if you have a plate cut otherwise, like, it's possibly just going to shift around inside, and this already does here, even with this. Shifts left and right. And I bring that up because our other build here is doing exactly that. And on top of it shifting around, it's shifting around with all those cone pins. Just scratching up the bottom. And this is a smaller plate. And possibly a smaller PCB, or maybe it's the same size. This is PCB is meant to just be a little small. Yeah. So I don't really know how, like, what would be the best way to sort of lock this into place. This was something that I wrote down in my notes, is like, how would you lock this into place? I don't know that there was ever any plan in the design to be able to do that, now that I think about it. Because, yeah, this is a little ridiculous. And I'm just scratching this acrylic up right now. I guess you can try to fit some gaskets in there. Like the gaskets would kind of be like alignments, kind of be other. Another thing is, I'm guessing maybe you could put a piece of, I don't know, some kind of dampener in here. It could be any material. Could be okay. Yeah. Also, this F key, whatever's in this F key is like completely messed up. It's just pressing nonstop. So we gotta desolder that. Yeah. The Philco, Tex Philco. We were talking about this, looking at this last week or 2 weeks ago. Has a related, it's not necessarily similar, but a related issue where that also, or not also, but that relies on the bends of the plate, of the OEM plate, because the edge of the bend, I don't know if you guys see the bends here, but the edge of the bend is supposed to sit on something that's in here. It's like a little lip on the bottom of the aluminum Tex case. And so, like these OEM, or sorry, these aftermarket FR4 plates, they're just kind of not really gonna work, which is also annoying. And so, like I'm trying to think of ways to really like address this. I don't know. I unscrewed this already once today, but I'm gonna have to again eventually. So maybe I'll just keep it unscrewed. And yeah, I'm going around trying to figure out. I've been thinking for the last 2 weeks now, like, how do you address this? I don't know other than use the OEM plate, which sucks because it only has co-star cutouts. One, two. And just make sure I got all these screws right. So OEM plate here, it's supposed to sit right there on these lips, but with a build like this, it does not do that. So I'm otherwise trying to figure out how this would or could work. Oop. I don't know. That's the problem, is I don't know. Oh god. I need to be a little careful with this connector. This is a sort of aftermarket Philco to USB-A female that I've connected a nicely matched color plastic or just like OEM cable to, because I like the color of the OEM cable with this silver case. So this right here, when I just set this down, is flush. I think, if I recall correctly, it's like this has a weird, crazy situation because this thing is like, I'm guessing this just kind of gets smashed in, which is not a good way to deal with this, honestly, in terms of connecting to this. Yeah, I don't know. The only other option would be run this cable with it, just the OEM. Like OEM would work, but it's just it sucks because I don't know, funny looking black cable coming out of this silver case. Yeah, I don't really like it. Another option is we entirely disregard. Because I'm not even really going to use these boards. But it's just like, I want these boards to work. Which is like the whole point of doing this. I don't remember how I even got this through. Did this actually fit? That's crazy. It's like maybe I have to take off this, looks like just electrical tape. Can't even find where this is, where the end is to sort of tear it off. Oh, here it is. Maybe I could find someone to do a custom Philco cable, but knowing the state of cable makers of the last, what seems like 3 to 4 years, it's like, how can you trust anyone to do anything? And on top of that, you need to trust them to be able to do a Philco connector end. How the hell did I get this to fit in the first place? It's like I tore off like the plastic connector in order to get this to fit, but also how, Is this a one-way street? How did I do this? This is crazy. Also, take a look at this. This is a funny thing. So I have this camera set up at a different angle, but I think the cable is not put in real properly. And instead of fixing it, which probably just requires jostling the cable, why not just leave it like this? This looks pretty cool, right? Oh, I got it. Maybe. Holy shit. I feel like I'm fucking this up. Ooh, got it. Okay, so this can go through. And this part is also pretty weird too, because there's no real stopper on this. Anyways, I bring this guy back, and let's say I wanted to plug this actually in to the text Philco text. So this, yeah, this eludes me because, well, the plate is undersized. Still getting that situation here similar to that, which you don't get with the OEM plate, really. It's not lifted up off. Yeah, it's weird because it doesn't feel like it's flush. Like it's almost risen off. God damn. And I'm like, does this happen with an actual regular build with the OEM plate? That's the part that gets to me, is like, yeah, I don't know. So one of the thoughts I had was, is it worth trying to Dremel? Like, if the idea here is that I just am trying to use a custom plate just so that I could get PCB mount cutouts. What if I just continued using that and then like Dremel this out? But then I'd need like some kind of crazy bit to bite through this carbon steel. I don't know. In 5 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, actually 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like I'm high. Yeah, I don't know. It's. I don't want to fix it because it actually looks pretty cool, right? So yeah, I'd have to do it in 6 places, I guess. And then you'd have to file off more, I think. Maybe. Digging it like 90s filter. It's like a Ryan Celsius. Like vaporwave. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to deal with this. I don't know what a good plan is. Like, one of the plans I had was to run edge trim on this plate. Like, to maybe hope that it just kind of like lifts off just right. It seems hard. Let me see. If I just get rid of this entirely, this cable. Okay, so the cable is also a factor in this because I know this bunched up area seems to like lift this off, which kind of is a problem. I don't know if this OEM cable is like meant to be like this. Like it's supposed to do this. Like it has this, I forget what it's called. the little protector shield thing. Nice effects. Kajita, welcome. It's not really effects. It's more like I think something went wrong, but it kind of looks like it's effects. Like I could possibly fix it by wiggling the cable. It's a great glitch, yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, this I'm supposed to do desoldering tonight, but I'm just kind of turn this into Philco Discovery. And I just don't really understand it. Okay, so this is a working view. Yeah, these are a couple of weird old cases, and I'm trying to really figure them out. And is it even worth it? I don't know. Probably not, honestly. Let me check something. What am I looking for? Corn, welcome. Look at this. Yo, what the fuck? Yeah, good question. Is that a filter? No, no. I think it's the cable not in the right position. It's the new vibe. I think... Oh, MTR says I have massive packet loss anyway. How come this kind of... Yeah, right? It's like vaporwave. Okay, so here's another thought. What if you just put enough to, like, raise this? Like, what if I have some spare gaskets that I could just put here, and then this plate would sit flat on the gasket? That feels like it could be another option. Like, and you wouldn't put the gasket on the lip, but on the side. I actually kind of want to try that. I have to find some gaskets, though. I want to just guess that, like, my piggy has some, like, a bunch of extras, but it's like I have to, like, look for this stuff. So I will be right back. So I found some gaskets. It was actually in the Piggy. I was not incorrect. And actually even the Piggy has these specific alignment side gaskets. But I also have a bunch of extra regular gaskets. And so my thought here is, what if... I don't think I'm going to need these because I'm pretty sure I lined the case with these, and I have like 2 extra whole pads of these. So let's like just give this a shot. Why not? Piggy 60. When did I receive this? Probably like 2022. It's been about 4 years, and hopefully these gaskets still work. Okay, so it's actually not really fully tall enough. Maybe? It actually might be. I'm just curious. I want to see if this works. Right, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing, but I'm kind of lining this extra wall with gaskets. This is my plan. I don't know why I used 2 different ones. I get to wondering if a similar plan can be done somehow with the stacked acrylic as well. Curious. Whoa, Mr. Mendax, what? Welcome. What the heck? Good to see you, man. How's it going? Little blast from the past. You know what's funny is it took me a long time to realize that the W was meant to be an upside down M. I thought you were just WR Mendax. Like, it blew my mind. And it was like, I was way late to realize this. Oh my god. There we go. Someone stole Mr. Mendax from me on Twitch, but I was Mr. Mendax everywhere else. Damn. Oh, come on. How you been? I imagine you're rolling through. I don't know if you're still into keyboards. But chilling here tonight. Still do keyboard stuff here. I took a little break myself for about 7 months, but otherwise still try to do keyboard content here. And now at least once a week. I live in that student life, so I haven't had much in terms of free time. I see. All good. It's totally understandable. Alright. I can punch in more, but I kind of just want to see How well does this plan really work? Will this actually... Ooh. That actually feels like that works. Which is crazy. Hold on, let's try this build. That's actually crazy. What if you put the cable in the mix? Think about your Hall effect switches often. I mean, Hall effect's kind of blown up as just a technology, but the ones specifically on that aerospace keypad I have, those are something, huh? God damn, come on, go in. Okay, so then I don't understand how this is supposed to work because... Oh, okay, it's like that. Dang, this actually works. Holy crap. Dang, hold on, wait, let me... This is crazy. No spacebar gasket, of course. Super unique, you get to see another like them. This actually works. I'm kind of blown. My mind is blown. I wonder if it's worthwhile to try doing this whole thing again. I don't know. The pitch delta from the spacebar to the F row is wild on that board. I think... Hold on. If we're talking about the same thing, I think like these OEM boards just have like a giant gap here between the F row and the num row. It's like an OEM thing specifically. I don't know if that's what you're referring to. I've never known much about keyboard design itself specifically. Much stiffer, yeah, on the same page. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we busted out these old Philcos. I have a few Philcos. I have 4 Philcos to be exact. 2 of them are in really cool OEM cases, which are the beige and the Philco. A little harder to find of those specifically. The other 2, one is in a stacked acrylic case. One of the first stacked acrylic boards I'd ever seen in something like 2012 or so. The other one is this aluminum text case. Let's see if we can get this arrangement back together. This was a funny one where I was trying to do some real ridiculous here. I like this color specifically, and this is just a regular USB-A to USB-A cable. I reached out to someone, I forget who, but I had them do a Philco connector specifically to a USB-A female. So the idea is like to kind of plug this in and then just have this sit inside. Is that the best choice? I don't know. Maybe a better choice would just to be doing this. Although this is completely unshielded, which looks silly. I don't know. What I was doing for quite a while is like I stuffed this in, which is kind of like damaging to either the case and or the actual shielding itself on the USB-A male. Plug this in and then just kind of figure out a way to have this sit in here safely So I've had to like run a bunch of electrical tape around this just to make sure it doesn't like short. But a problem past that then becomes like fitting all of this in. Man's rolling in Philco's. You got no idea. Maybe I can just do all gaffer's tape. I don't know, it's a little thicker now. I had a tape thingy here. Yeah, let's take out all this electrical tape. If you have that many, it might be worth ordering a male Philco to female USB-C. It is, but like I don't know. Like this isn't something that a lot of cable makers offer, but also I don't know the actual part. I don't make my own cables. This is probably not a hard. This is probably not a difficult. This is probably not a difficult problem. I realize, but it's just yeah I don't know the actual real scenario here. Yeah, exactly. It because it's not like it's bigger than JST. Let me go with maybe. I don't know if this is the best way. Trying to like make this as thin as possible. Could probably stand to go a little thinner, but let's try and see if this will work. So it's raised off a little bit. So the thing is that like this solution I have like kind of almost it doesn't matter. None of this matters. What's happening right now is that like there's how do I describe this? Let me see if I can describe this well enough. There's an OEM plate. This bend is necessary for this particular case because there's a lip for this bend edge to sit on. I worked around it by putting some old gaskets from Piggy 60 here to like sort of raise it so that a flat plate with no bent edges can sit on this nicely, which it actually does, to my surprise. The thing is, when trying to use this makeshift, you know, baloney cable, this raises so high off the bottom where this connects that like the assembly is just sitting on this flat. so none of this shit even matters. So yeah, it's kind of silly. Clexus, welcome. Maybe you caught that whole summary, but we found a way to just not even have to use the OEM plate, but mounting wise, it's just this whole thing is stupid because of this cable situation. And the way you solve that is just use a different cable. Honestly. But it's just the only extra Velcro cable I have is black, and I just don't think that black looks good with this keyboard. Do Philcos need an active converter? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. Once I find some free time, my daily needs to be rebuilt. I think I've worn through my unwiped stems. They're starting to double press. Ever heard of something like this? So double pressing over time, I don't know, maybe, but what I do know is that personally my belief that has grown over time is that unwipe or any PE related stem is just awful. Just very bad. And I say that just because like it shrinks over time. So every unwipe stem switch that I've used just gets so small that all the keycaps fall off. That's my personal experience. I don't know if other people agree. It was still some conventional USB originally. This is okay. I don't know the answer because I don't know enough about cables, but this is the original OEM Philco cable. It goes to some connector that's much bigger than JST, and then it goes into the PCB. This is an aftermarket Gould TKL PCB, but what they had before were same style PCB, but then you'd plug in a daughter board. I think it's just 5-pin JST PH. What is JST PH? So my personal preference would just be to have a cable that's like this in another color. I just don't think black looks good with this silver case. Or we could just toss this whole thing and forget that it even exists and then just not use the board. It's a switch tester after all. I just put in a bunch of assorted switches in this board. I wanted to fix the F on this switch tonight because this F just seems to be a busted switch. I guess just immediately depressing. This looks to be maybe Moyu Black. I think it's Moyu Black. That's my guess. And then the other thing is I wanted to put in these red LEDs. And this is actually an assembly meant for the Litster stacked acrylic. But because I had it out, I might as well have just tested this. And again, to my surprise, this thing actually works. It's very cool. Very cool to an extent. So anyways, Clexus, what are your thoughts? How do I solve this? Where the only problem is that I don't like the color of my cable. JST is the name of the company. Technically, PH is like the series that denotes the size. Could be XH if it's bigger in all dimensions. Okay, so we can look up the Gould TKL GitHub. I don't know if that gives us any information, but like the PCB uses this connector. I don't see a name on it, but maybe it says it on here. I don't know. Google TKL PCB. Is it this open TKL? I don't know. Chill KB. Chill KB. Google TKL. Alright, I just pasted it in chat. I could run around looking for it here. JST. JSTPH. You're right. It's JSTPH. It says on the README. Literally just says on the GitHub. So I don't know. Hector, welcome. How do I find JST connectors that have 90-degree bends on the 4 pins that go to the PCB? Also out of my pay grade. I don't know. I don't know the answers to a lot of cable related questions. And I was talking earlier about like, I feel like there's been a lot of cable maker controversy over the last couple of years. People just exit scamming. So I don't know. Should I just look for JST PH beige cable or JST PH gray cable? To USB-A male gray. JST PH 5 pin, I guess is what I need to look for. 5 pin. Okay, I mostly just find like 5 pin like partial cables. Unfortunately. And any actual cables I seem to only see in black. If you can find anything that is in honestly any color but black, I'd be very grateful. Four pins that solder onto the PCB should lie on a pad, but the ones I've gotten are for through holes so they don't sit flush on the pad. Let me reread these messages because I want to see if I can understand. JST connectors that have 90-degree bends. Let me see if I understand. Do you mean like... Okay, I could be totally off base, but do you mean how like... This is JST, but not the 4-pin. This JST is going this way. You want one that goes this way? Like up? Is that what you're looking for? Or do you mean ones that go like this way? Like ones that like turn? I don't know. Maybe I'm totally off in understanding. You're looking for this. Specifically like this exactly. Not a 5-pin, but a 4-pin. But you're just looking for this? Like this connector? Or something different than this type of connector that just regularly goes that way? Oh, so you're just looking for these guys. And I don't know, I feel like I might have bought these before off of like Mouser or something. Or DigiKey or something. I forget what even to look for. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I think I see what you're saying. I gotta look for JST order. I don't know what I bought, where I bought this from. Maybe let me check a different. Can you send what you have found so that I know what not, so that we know what not to be looking at? JST connectors. Here we go. JST connectors. I bought some apparently in 2021 from DigiKey. JST Sales America. Let's see if this is the one. That's not the one, but I'm almost there, I feel like. Is this what you're looking for? I think I just sent you the thing that you sent, but these, so I don't think these are those. I think those pins are just supposed to be like not soldered through something. I don't know. I don't know if I sent the same thing as you sent, but it's supposed to solder onto those pads, like surface mount. I guess I don't know if that's the right word. What I sent is correct. Okay, good. Good. I'm right. I lost my window. I sent the straight down ones. I see. Okay. All right. I'm glad I have been of some help. There we go. Okay. Anyways, Clexus, I see your message. You might have to sleeve your own cable if you don't want black. Okay. In which case, I'm just kind of like, well, can I find a cable maker to do this for me? And then I realize, again, probably a bad idea considering the exit scams of the last 3 to 4 years. GST PH 5 pin to a USB male. I'm gonna look again, or maybe I just need to like write this down and do some digging later. Anything happen with Joran? Oh, that's right. Joran is also a cable maker. Well, he's in Canada, so it's like it's a little harder and more expensive to ship. But I also haven't talked to him in quite some time. I haven't seen him on Twitch in a while. I'm having trouble opening Google. Am I still online? Okay, YouTube is working. Google is not. Alright. Okay, what's up? Maybe I disconnected for a second. I have no idea. Oh, interesting. I found an 88-cent, completely, what looks like unsleeved USB 5-pin cable. What? Yeah, from Alibaba? Wait, I'm confused here. Yeah, this one. So yeah, first of all, I guess yeah, you're right. You probably have to buy this in bulk. But second of all, why does it still have like one color option of black? Shoney's welcome. Do I have to buy it in bulk? It says I could buy one. For the plug, maybe. So maybe just like the actual, like, I don't know what you call it, the plastic shield, the plastic head thing. Can you show the pin order of your current cable? Oh, that's a good point, huh? Because what if it's like wrong? As I understand, this is a Philco stock cable. So on the plastic only side, it goes black, black, green, white, red. There. Black, black, green, white, red. Is that not right on there? It looks like red, black, green, white. And I don't know where the other black is. Well, the Alibaba one is missing one for sure, but I'm sure. I'm assuming one is either a shield or a drain line. It's also weird because still then it's not even like the same order. Like even right? Like I'm just looking at this and it seems like, well, they have red is not near white. On that picture. So I think that's also something I had to look out for, right? I'm looking at a few different pictures now, just like staring at the order. I see one from AliExpress that looks more correct. Oh my god. Unusual traffic for my network every time. Alright, I'm looking at AliExpress now and I see like one cable that is also in black and is way more expensive. It's like $10. But someone said it saved my mechanical keyboard. Damn. They gotta make some of these in other colors. I'm gonna go back to that whatever Philco camo or Philco beige it was using. Gotta get that in bulk. Okay. I've done really nothing during the stream. We've mostly just been looking at this. I've never once taken out the desoldering gun. Could we keep it that way? Or what if I just look up Philco replacement cable? Keyboardco.com. Does it still exist? Accessories. Cable. Alright, that was not that helpful. I just found a Reddit post from 6 years ago saying they're in the UK. Side deal basically because they had them paid with PayPal. Should I just email these guys and say like, hey, do you have any Philco cables that aren't in black? I feel like that could be a good bet too. Let's just email them right now. Philco cable. Hi there. Do you have any Philco extra cables? Extra Philco cables available for sale. Probably not in black. Thanks, Chris. All right. Send. All right. Let's see if the Keyboard Co. has an answer to this. All right. All right. It's 11:30. How long have I been online here? About an hour and a half. What can I do that doesn't require me taking out the entire desoldering gun? Maybe what I could do. I'm trying to avoid doing all that because I'm like, I feel like I'm only going to be on for another 30 to 45 minutes. I do want to take off these LEDs though. Should I? So minus plus in that orientation. Okay, so this is flipped, huh? Give me a second while I think about this. You know, I think I will just do this. Why not? Let's put away the gaffer's tape. We'll just do these quick Philco fixes. I guess just the lid stir. I have the beige off to the side, but I feel like there were a few keys there that needed to be done, and I just feel like I can't be bothered, you know? Beige. Yeah, there's like 4. U, J, dot, and up arrow. Was it originally micro USB or it was A? It was A. Male A. I think there was like a very small number, like a very small wave of micro USB OEM boards that came out. Like there's a chance that the Philco Manila was USB micro, but I'm pretty sure all the Magistouch 1s and 2s were A male. Okay. Let's do this. It's been so long. Let's see how well this will work. Well, it's nice to have all this like space here. For those who don't remember, I was doing all this. My scanning station is no longer here. Ooh, damn, this end is like smoking. Okay, so this one has minus going towards that way, whereas this has plus going towards that way. So I think I have to flip these. I don't know if this is sucking right. Oh, okay, it did, I guess. Okay. So minus is on my left. So I think I just put it in this way. The diagonal goes up left. All right. And pull these off. Oh, shit, you guys can't see anything. Also, Clixus, look at this. Pretty cool, right? What the F? Acid trip simulator. Yeah, I think the cable got jostled. And I have chosen to not fix it. I need some solder now. Also, to note, one of the reasons why the cable probably got jostled around, I got more cubes behind me. We picked up the 5x5 off Craigslist. No, Facebook Marketplace. Got a bunch of inserts, which is really cool. But you actually can't see some of them. You can see this one in the middle that's new. This one right here. But yeah, now this is much higher. So it's like it's almost not. It's like, how different is this from this? I guess it's like kind of different, but if I were to use a wider lens here, you get more downward diagonal. You need more than just a Philco cable. I think if I moved it around, it would be fine. I think, at least. God damn, feels dangerous. I can't really hold this in place because these LED cuts are already, or these LED like wires are already cut. So like I'm trying to hold it in place with one hand. Hold the solder maybe with the same hand like this. And I'm trying to use this gun as a soldering iron. Which is like way too thick for this LED LED pin. That smoke looks crazy, does it? Whoa. That's sick. By the way, I took no news or notes down. I went into this very unprepared because it's a Tuesday and not a Wednesday. I have something tomorrow evening, but yeah, on top of that, the only piece of news that I have is that my schedule might change. Still figuring things out, but there's a chance this may change. Oh, I may be streaming Thursdays at 5. Maybe. Starting next week. God damn. Trying to get these like straight on. Zamir just says stream go all psychedelic. Yeah. Yeah, it did. Good eye. I mean, if you guys want, I could try to fix it, but I feel like that's not as fun, you know? This is most definitely not straight at all. What the frick? Jesus. Oh my god. That one seems kind of straight. Let's try fixing this one. Alright, let me check this. I feel like you could just bend them in the right place. Alright, let's check to see if this works. We'll use that cable I don't want. Oh, I think I'm also supposed to desolder F. F is also pretty messed up. Keycap puller right here. See, Elaine, what happens if you stuff enough solder fume? Light up right now. Well, hopefully this makes you want to go back, right? Does this entice you at all? Alright, I need via. Let's see. Bookmarks. Via. Authorize Ghoul. Test matrix. Let me check. Do I have... Okay, caps lock is still regular. Sweet. That LED works. Oh, see that? Sick. Meanwhile, F is out of there, and then... Oh no, those work. Alright, great. This is MO1, huh? Let's change that to right alt. Oops. God damn, what the hell? I lost the screen. What? I lost it. Where did my via go? Oh, here we go. No, that's actually still not it. Alright, found it. Eh? Is pause a character that doesn't register in macOS? I feel like that's the case. Alright, let me see if I can find another switch to replace this with. So I think there's a Moyu Black, but on the other hand, I think I can just use a switch that I more recently. Like, here's a Sage. I bought Sage switches pretty late. Oh shit, there's no springs. I guess I could put in some fake spring in here. I have springs sitting around. I don't know what they are. One of these actually might be a Sage, now that I think about it. That feels like it could actually be a Sage. Alright, let me unplug this. we go. Perfect. Alright, so we solved a couple of these problems now on this. Insert, scroll lock, home, delete, page up, print screen, pause, end, page down, F. All right. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. All right. Before I move on, let me just do a little desoldering on that one other PCB, also for these LEDs. And the whole reason behind this is I just want to store these flat. Okay, cool. Potentially that is the extent of our desoldering for today. All right. Now we go back to some of our original questions. We have a better alignment plan for the text, which is something we haven't actually built. But as for this guy, the Litster, which is actually where this build is, meant to be going for, we don't yet. But I think we can, using the same kind of principle, I suppose. Which is this is the acrylic layer frame that this assembly is supposed to go into, and the situation is we see it kind of shifting around a lot. What if we go in and use these gaskets for the same purpose? Now, that wouldn't necessarily resolve the sitting on directly on the acrylic, but I think also on top of that we could just also put a layer of something there, which we can see shortly. But let's see, this gets a little bit funny because I don't know. We can just try to put it on like both sides. Just try it out, why not? Oh my god. I don't know if it's because these gaskets are old, but they're like getting the adhesive cleanly off the backing is a little bit annoying. Okay, so we're going to avoid putting any where the space bar goes. You know what, this is like a knowledge stream. I remember knowledge. The Anderson Pock producer that Teha would often raid. Damn, I idiotically used one off of the wrong pad, and then now I have like one left over here. Very stupid. I don't know why I did that. Alright. Let's see if we can get this. So the idea is we do that. You get this guy in the mix, and then this guy. And I don't know if, like, is it the best? No, it's not. It's interesting now because we now have a similar situation with the like it's not compressing it this way, but it's actually sitting on it, the plate now. And now I'm thinking we could also probably put these on the side as well, so that's how we could use these last couple. We'll just put like some side gaskets, and maybe that'll help, not necessarily lock it in, but I don't know, just kind of, because it's, you know, pour on, it'll sort of stay in place a little bit better. And now I can throw this guy away because it's all used. Perfect. Take this one and put it on the other side as well. Okay, cool. So now the last thing is, can I line this with something? And I don't know what that would be. Like a shelf liner? I don't know if I still have any. Gaffer's tape. I mean, it's kind of like tape mod, but for stacked acrylic here in this case. I mean, I guess I could just tape mod this. Why not? That way I don't have to necessarily, you know, mess up the acrylic layer. Although, if it's being lifted off, maybe this doesn't even matter. I don't know. We'll see. A little long. Whoops. Alright. Cool. Let's hope this all works. Oh, I need to put in the cable, huh? Let me test that it works. Cool. Looks like it's plugged in. Sweet. Ooh, okay, let me aligning this just right. Something we gotta make sure we do. Ooh, yeah, and then trying to like get this because there's like a cuff on the cable. I want to get it. I would like to get it right. Damn, that's annoying. Alright, let me try to start threading these screws and maybe that'll help a little bit. Damn, what the hell? Oof, that gasket thing feels a little suspicious. This should work. Oh shit, some of these are short. Man, I forgot. I was like, this seems really short. Some of these screws are shorter than others are for the feet. And fuck, I forgot. I think there's a couple that are like, there's like two that are slightly different sized from the other two different sizes. I forgot. God damn, alright. Let me figure this out. Shit. Is that right, or am I thinking? I think I might be thinking of the HB60. Two, three, four, five. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Am I missing a screw? Oh, here. 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, here. Okay, never mind. Alright, gotta hold a couple of these in place. There we go. That's what we want. Ah, shit, it just slipped out. God damn. Yeah. It was like yesterday. Alright, there we go. Some of these nuts are slightly different than others. I'm guessing some are meant for the bottom also. Alright. Should be good now. These aren't screwed in all the way. I'm gonna need a socket or just something to hold all this together. Hopefully this works. Ooh, this feels suspicious. Damn. Alright, so what do we learn out of all this? Well, we fixed this slit stir, which is cool. And then we kind of figured out a solution for the Tex Filco that doesn't require a Dremel. But still needs to be actually built. And on top of that, we'll see if we can get another cable of some sort. Alright. I'm gonna go find this socket, so I'll be right back. Alright, I got it, but I opened it all stupid, so I have to fix this. I think and hope it's this. Oh shit, is it not this? God damn it. This wasn't even it. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, got it. I think it's the 7:30 seconds. And then I just dropped it. Oh, okay. There we go. Yes, baby. The Philco switch tester. The Litster Philco switch tester actually seems to be done. Sweet. And now it's like it's flush on every end. That cable is really in there. The LEDs are in there. The F should be fixed with a Gateron Sage. Let's give it one more little test, and then maybe we can do a type test. Cool. Test matrix. Night 10, welcome. How goes it? Yeah, I got the vaporwave mode on. This is what it's like when the cable gets jostled around just right. Alright, let's do a little monkey type on this. Alright, Lister Filco. Assorted switches. We got the FR4 plate with the Ghoul TKL PCB. We've adjusted a few things here, which includes the gaskets on the bottom frame layer for the plate to sit on properly. We tape modded it so that the there's, even though it's like already raised, there's no chance of any of the conical solder joints to actually scratch up the flat bottom layer. We got the red LEDs in from the original Filco Magistouch 2 PCB. And then we got what looks like originative white on black with red Hiragana Sublegends, pad printed, of course. Okay, here's the type test. Oh, this has punctuation? Alright, let's take that out. Alright. That's the board. Okay. I guess we could call this done. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Last little bits here. I guess we can just sort of reassemble this. It's not a tough task by any stretch. Let me also mark this as done. Lister Phantom. When did I buy this? To answer the question from earlier, when did I get this? This was May 23rd, 2014. It's almost 12 years ago. Let me add some notes here. We want to do, where's my notes column? Notes, 732 nut, M2.5 screw. Oh, how's this get here? Okay. That's pretty much it on that. Anything else? I guess we gotta clean this out, but we're like 2.5 hours in. I think I'll just clean this off stream. We gotta clean all the rest of this off stream, so. Okay, so truthfully, yeah, this was a really ill-planned stream, but we did get a lot done. We learned a lot about these Philcos and solutions to them, so hopefully we hear back from Keyboard Co soon. We can work on the other Philco build at some point, Dremel free. What else? I thought I was actually going to be receiving a keyboard either yesterday or today. It didn't come in yet, but a brand new one is supposed to come by. It's the Split 60, so hopefully that'll be here by next next stream, which may either be next Wednesday night or Thursday early evening. We'll just kind of have to see, play by ear on that. And I know that this one was a little bit early Tuesday rather than Wednesday, but appreciate you guys coming in. Let's take a look and see who's on. Rumi's on, playing Baldur's Gate. Let's see, we got Yoon Froggy and Sup Caitlin. Of course, Cute Bot also is on. Oh, Knowledge is on. Maybe we can send it over Knowledge. I don't know if he's watching. Oh, I remember seeing a thing. Knowledge moved to Japan. I think that's a thing that's happened. I saw it somewhere. Am I getting that right? Knowledge. Yeah, as of 2 days ago, Complex posted an article saying that he's become a resident of Japan. He also happens to have really cool cam filters, just kind of around. It looks like I'm waiting for this ad to roll. I think he's watching a feed of something else, but you can see in his webcam he has a really cool. His face cam he has a filter. It's pretty cool looking. All right, so we'll pass it on over to him. Appreciate it, guys. I will see you guys next week. Take care. Good night.